Ashes. Another reason for Jorut's treatment of Jack Leach may be that it's time to put on a New England national team hat. England are entitled to some sympathy for their plight in Australia. The pandemic stuffed up their chances several ways over, but you to say that in many ways they deserve what they have got. They certainly do not merit a world-class spin bowler because they appear to have no idea how to cultivate one. Jack Leach is their #1 spinner on this tour, and it was pretty clear months ago that he would be. Moeen Ali made a brief return to the Test team in the summer, and England were desperately trying to balance their side, but his subsequent retirement from Test cricket only reaffirmed Leach's position at the top of the spin pecking order. There was no way England could rely on Ali's long-term commitment because their relationship with him has been fragile ever since Ashley Giles stripped him of his central contract in 2019 shortly before Giles appointed Chris Silverwood as head coach. Leach was the initial beneficiary of this decision on a tour to New Zealand, but when he then fell ill, England switched horses to Dom Beth. Mike Atherton, England's failings, cruelly exposed again. Outside of last winter's tour of the subcontinent when he finished as the leading bowler with 28 wickets at 31 apiece, Leach has since been cast to the margins of the Test squad. Until now, of course, when an Ashes tour comes round and a management team that tells us it has been planning for this mission for 2 years finds that Leach is, after all, the man they need. That the structure of the domestic game does not help Leach or any other spinner only places additional responsibility on England's captain and head coach to nurture his skills and confidence. Leach may be playing only his 19th Test, but he has delivered a number of significant second-innings hauls in matches won by England. Yet he has not played a home Test since bowling England to victory over Australia at the Kia Oval in 2019. As a result, he went into this series low on match time and confidence, and as he confessed in a recent interview with SEN, a Melbourne radio station, this contributed to what turned out to be a traumatic experience at the Gabba. He said he had been extremely nervous in part because he had never played Test cricket in Australia before, but also because I hadn't played a Test for a while. Ali may have said on BT Sport during the first day of this Test that Root was an arm-over-the-shoulder kind of guy, but it is hard to see how he has been like this with Leach. If anything, he has been giving him a shove from the top of a staircase. Leach made plain his concerns about how little cricket he was getting back in the summer, so the England management can hardly say they were not warned. Speaking to the website in July, he said, "I said to Spoons it was frustrating, because I want to be playing as many games as possible. The thing I've struggled with over the past couple of years has been that momentum of playing games, and feeling like you're learning from those experiences." England's justification was, in part, that it was hard to balance the side without a frontline all-rounder, and for various reasons Ben Stokes and Chris Woakes were often unavailable, but the decision to recall Ali last summer as much for his batting as his bowling now looks like a horribly short-sighted decision. And so we get to the car crash of the Gabba, where Leach and Root between them set over attacking fields for someone desperate to simply get a foothold in the series. Predictably, Australia went all out to take him down and pile pressure back onto the seamers, with the result that he went at almost 8 runs and over. Neither bowler or captain wanted a repeat here in Sydney, which was why Leach's fields were cautious and he fired the ball in at the stump. But this gave him precious little chance of posing a threat, although to his credit he almost removed Usman Khawaja on 28, creating a chance that Root spurned at slip, and he still went close to 4 and over during the day. Speaking on BT Sport, Ali felt Leach bowled well at the left-handers from round the wicket, but when he went over the wicket he got too close to the stumps, with the result that he ended up throwing the ball out wide, leaving himself open to being cut and reverse swept. Fox TV's experts did not spare Root. Shane Warne criticized field settings that allowed the batsman to take easy singles, while Kerry O'Keefe, another former Australia leg spinner, said, "Jack Leach has been set afield for bad bowling." Michael Vaughan noted, "They may as well have used an extra batter and bowled Jorut because this is not using a spinner to get wickets."